Embiid and Maxey, they both, a lot of people were saying that. I think Tim Bontemps reported after Game 5 that Embiid, for the first time in a while, that he actually feels like he has a co-star that he can coexist with, and kind of he sees a future with Maxey after the heroics, the late game heroics that Maxey had in Game 5. Going into the offseason and what you saw from this postseason, what are some things you think Embiid and Maxey can take away from this past postseason?
I think their chemistry is good. I mean, so there's no questioning that part of it. We just have to get them, Joel to play, and the more they play together, I think that chemistry will grow even more. So I'm not disappointed in. Well, basically, I'm encouraged on their chemistry. We just don't know how the pieces around them are going to look. But their chemistry, I'm fine with going forward. I mean, people could get into who's one, who's two. I don't really get into that. I mean, Joel before pre-injury was 34-point scorer. So that should tell you it's just about getting them healthy, being able to stay on the court, and Maxey continuing to grow. And I like their chemistry. Now we just got to see like I said, what else is going to be the plan.
What would you have Maxey or Embiid work on in the offseason? I know you talked about the mid-range action, Eric, but would that be the main thing you'd want Maxey to kind of work on this?
I mean, I want to see Joel. I want to see Joel down on the block more. Even while injured, the Knicks had no answers for him down low. No answers. And that's where he was getting double teamed. They had zero answers for him. So I would love to see him down there more. But like I tell you, that's hard. That's a grind. And as far as Maxey, the in-between game. I mean, 3 is working, speed and finishing at the rim, but that in-between game is where I think he can take his game to another level and even build more on his efficiency.
Yeah. My big takeaway for Embiid is I think it was maybe the best playoffs he's had. Even injured. He adjusted really well, and that was a really good defensive team. And Mitchell Robinson is a very good big man defender. Even if he was injured, they're both injured, so it's a wash. He adjusted really well. He was effective, even though you could clearly see he wasn't healthy and he wasn't conditioned. I think he's at a point now and cut down on the turnovers, but the growth he's had in the last couple of seasons from when Miami was throwing the kitchen sink at him, it's incredible. I think he's learned so much. I think he's learned to rely on teammates, and he has one in particular that he knows he can lean on. He doesn't have to put it on him. He doesn't have to press and force everything. I would just say for next season, health in the playoffs is most important. And that's it. I think that needs to become the main point of emphasis for Joel. Just refining and getting better at the things he's already good at. He's already one of the best in the league, right? So, just keeping healthy, man. Just monitoring that. That needs to be his number one concern. Conditioned and healthy come playoff time. Maxey, I think we talked about it earlier, on top of the mid-range game, which I think he can hit the mid-range too. I've seen it. He does it really well. I think he needs to go to it a little more often. But also what we talked about earlier, the length of the contact. Like, if you're playing a game and you're through quarter 2 and they're not blowing the whistle on that layup when you throw your arms up, cut it out. Just play through it and just try to score. You're not getting the call. It's just not happening, right? Like, you can't keep waiting for that call to come. And I feel like him and even Nurse talked about it too. Like, he played 4 quarters of this and he never came. Like, it's not coming. 3 quarters, it's not coming. It's not going to come all of a sudden. So play through it. Like you said, shoot, then fall. Don't fall while shooting. I think that needs to become another thing to get a little stronger and just try to play through that contact as much as possible and try to hit the bucket. Don't just rely on the whistle. That would be my two things to take away. But again, Maxey, obviously, most improved player. His growth is incredible. I think he's going the right direction, and he has got that mentality, right? And he loves the game. So it's all there. At this point, you're just adding to your arsenal. You're not trying to, change, reinvent the wheel for him. You just add it to the arsenal and play through contact. Get stronger.
Based on what we've seen from Maxey in years past, I think he's going to take what he learned from this series and apply it. He probably started today, to be quite honest with you. He was probably in the weight room right after the press conferences last night.